Good afternoon, everyone. So we will start with third session of Android Study Jams, and in this session, we are going to build one Android trivia app, in which we will uh, learn how to use navigation in Androids, and also we will learn the activities and fragments life cycles. So how they works, how their life cycle works, we will see that in this session. So I will go briefly through today's schedule. That I will just show you how what app we are going to build till in the next 5-10 minutes. After that, we will start with our navigation, that is Android TV app build. We will take till 3 p.m. Then I will give a break of 15 minutes. After that, we will continue to build that app till 4. Then we will take a break of 15 minutes, and we will take last we will take activity and fragments life cycles till 5. So let's start. So I will just I will give you some links to download the applications. So I have they have given their link also, but on that link they have posted multiple applications on that, and then you have to take one application from that. So what I have done, I have taken that application and I have posted it on my GitHub. So we are going to start with Android Trivia Starter. So they have given us basic application to work on that. So I will just copy this URL and post it here. So what you have to do is just you have to go there. Okay, so other ones, you have to go on that link. That link has Android Trivia complete project there. So you have to just click on code, copy for HTTPS link, and then you will come here wherever you want to create that application. So you will just git bash here, and just put git clone and paste link there. So it will clone that repository on that link. Back here. Till then, we will see that the theory part. So I will open this now. This is the fourth pathway navigation. So I will open in new tab. So we have 3 tags: create a fragment, define navigation and paths, start an external activity, and last the quiz. So we will take first track code lab, that is create fragment. So this is what we will import starter code for Android Trivia app, and then we'll create a new fragment and include it into our layout file. So just go to take code lab. Welcome. So here they have given some theory, that is what we will do in this track. So before that, we should know that fundamentals of Kotlins, how to create basic Android apps in Kotlin, and how the layout works. So these are the prerequisites that you should know. And what we will learn in this track is that how to add fragments statically and into your app. So let's go. So app overview. So app overview, for that I will just show you the how our app will work. Okay, so I have this Android trivia application, so I will just open it. So this is the front page where they have given Android trivia and play, and on that I have two menus. First menu is on the right hand upper right corner, where they we have sub menu about trivia and rules. So if I click on about trivia, I will get the information about trivia, and if I click on rules, they have given the rules how to play this Android trivia game. Same I have created on the left side also. So for left side menu, that is navigation menu, we have two options that we can just slide from left to right also. So it will come out from the left side. We have the same about and rules, and also we can click on upper left corner three lines, so it will also show you that menu. So we will also see how to create these menus, and when we will click on this play button, it will show us three questions. So up on the bar action bar, they have given the title, that is Android trivia first question out of three. So we will click on any correct answer and we will submit. So the answer was correct, so I was taken to the next question. So on the action bar you can see now that question 2 out of 3 has given there. So here what we can do, we can select option on create view. So now I have taken to third option, and here uh, we can submit this. So I have given all three answers correctly. So they have given me option that congratulations, next match. So you can play next match. And also they have given the option of share this. So we can share this our achievement on any application here. So like that next match. So if I start this next match and if I submit this wrong answer, okay, that was correct. So this was wrong answer, my. So it will show us that try again, try again. So if I click on try again, it will take me to the again new game, that is first question out of three. So this is the application we are going to build, and they have given that overview over here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we have downloaded the repository on, and we have taken that all the coding part here. So I will just start Android Studio, and we will open an existing project. So for open an existing project, I have Android Studios. Under that, I have this Android Trivia Starter. This project I have just downloaded from GitHub. So I will click on that and okay. So we will open that. So next, this is the app overview I have given just to you. So now this is the exploration of starter pack. So if you explore that starter pack, so you will just see a blank page, and the application action bar, application name, app name on the action bar, Android trivia. And if you go through the project pane, Android Project Studio project pane, you will see that they have already given you some fragments also and main activity also. So we will go to that. Okay. Okay, so it's loading. Okay, Gradle configuration. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you can see this. There are some fragment files about fragment, game over fragment, game on fragment, main activity, and rules fragment. So about fragment is for that about submenu. When we will click on about submenu, this about fragment will pop up, same as a rule fragment. After that, the game fragment is the main fragment where the questions are shown on the screen, and if we give uh, incorrect answer, then it will take you to the game over fragment. Otherwise, if you give all three answers correct, it will take you to the game on fragment. So yes, our Gradle also has been built. Okay, here under Java folder, you can see all those fragments: about fragment, game over fragment, game one fragment, main activity, and rule fragment. So this is our main activity. And in the resource layout, we inside layouts we will have uh, activity main XML file, and the XML files for the all the fragments: about fragment, game over fragment, game one fragment, tools fragment. So let's take you to the our task, that is add a fragment. Okay, on the last, they have given that if you open the design tab of the main activity, you can see that they have given layout under that linear layout. So we have the root as layout, and under that we have linear layout. So now how to add fragments. So here they have given the information that what is fragment. So the fragment has its own life cycle. So activities life cycle is different, and fragments life cycle is different. So we will see this in the pathway 5. So also you can add or remove fragment while the activity is running. So inside one activity, you can add one fragment and also remove or destroy that fragment. And fragment is defined in Kotlin class, and fragments UI is defined in an XML layout file. I just showed you that XML files for the fragments. So after that, how to add fragment class. So what we have to do, we will go inside the Java folder, and we will click on the folder named com.example.navigation. So we don't have now Android, just navigation, and we will click right click on it, and we will go to file, new fragment, and blank fragment. So let's go. So if I go here on com.example, okay, they have android.navigation. I will right click on it, new fragment, blank fragment. So for blank fragment, we will give name, what they have given the name. So we have to create a fragment name title fragment. Copy title fragment. It will, and you can see here they have already given one fragment, fragment underscore title dot xml inside layout folder. So it's given the layout name, fragments layout name, as fragment underscore title 2. So it's fine. We are going to delete this layout fragment layout file. Also, you have to take language as Kotlin and finish. So now you can see it has two files. One is Kotlin file for the title fragment, and second one is XML file. So the first we have fragment underscore title. So it has given name as fragment underscore title 2. So it's a blank fragment, and it's just have let's see, split is, so it's have only the text view. It shows hello blank fragment, and in the Kotlin file what we have one class named title fragment. So it is a subclass of fragment class. So this is a superclass fragment, and inside that we have two functions given: on create function and on create view function. Let's see next. So we have created our fragment class here. Yes. So inside title fragment dot Kotlin file, it is okay. We have to open that and delete the code inside on create view. So we have to delete the code which is inside this on create view function, and the on create view function is left with only the following part. So we just have this part. Okay. And what we have to do, and we have to delete on create method on create. Okay. And the fragment initialization parameters and companion objects. Make sure title fragment class looks like this. So our title fragment class should be look like this only. So let's go do that. So we don't want all this part also. Delete. Also we don't want this inflator. Delete. And also we don't want the companion. Okay, so it is showing us error because in this function the return type is view, but we haven't written anything. So we will code in that part, or it will show us error. So let's we have to what we have to do. We have to create a binding object here. So for binding an object, they have given that fragment won't compile now. Yes, we have that error. So to make fragment compile, you need to create binding object and inflate fragments view, which is equivalent to set content view. Okay, so in on create method in title fragment, create a binding variable where binding, and to inflate the fragment view, we will call data binding util dot inflate method, and we will method on binding object which is fragment title binding. So and we will pass four arguments to this method. First is inflator, which is layout inflator used in binding layout. Next one is XML resource file. So this is XML resource file we will pass fragment. Make sure you will pass only fragment underscore title XML file, not fragment underscore title 2. We are going to delete that file later on, so make sure this. After that, container, one is container for the parent view group, and the fourth parameter is false to attach to parent value. So this false means attached to parent, that is activity. Parent is activity, we have to attach it or not. So that is false right now. So assign the building that returns the binding variable. So it returns the function that is inside data binding util class inflate method. It returns binding variable. So we will assign that variable to our variable binding, and we will return the binding dot root variable. So let's go and do that. So what we have to do is add binding equal to data binding util dot inflate, and what we are going to fragment, yes, fragment title binding, and we will pass four parameters. First is a inflator of type layout inflator, so we will pass that inflator. Second is our XML file, so r dot layout dot fragment title. This is our XML file. Don't not title2, just title. Fourth parameter is a container, which is a root view group. So we will pass that. It is also provided from this onCreate function, that is method. So we are just passing that here. And fourth parameter is false, that is attached to parent. So we have now a reference of binding to our variable binding, and we will return binding dot root. So now error has been gone here. So we are returning view, that is binding dot root. So error has gone now here. So they have given that delete that XML file. So we will delete this XML file. Delete. Okay, so now add a new fragment to the main layout. So how to add fragment into main layout file? So main layout file is main activities layout file. So what we will do first is we will open layout folder and activity main XML and select the code tab to view. So XML. Okay, so we will open this main activity XML file and we will just see the code. So inside that code, they have given us the root is layout, and inside that we have linear layout. So what we will do now is inside that linear layout, we will add a fragment, and inside fragment we will give ID to this fragment and we will give name to that fragment. So what is the fragment? Which fragment we are going to use, that's name we will give, and the layout width and height. So let's go do that. So what we will do inside here, we will create fragment. We'll create fragment. Layout width will be match parent and height will be match parent. And before that, what we will do, okay, first we will find it. So we have to add ID. So Android ID, and the ID we are going to use this title frame. And we have to give name. So now name is here we have given the names. So we are going to use title fragment here. So we have to use this first option, com.example.android.navigation.title fragment. So now the fragment has been added here. So if we run this app, our main screen will look like this. So let's run this app on the mobile. uh, Take a look at this screen. So you will see the application name on the action bar, and you will see a fragment, title fragment. Inside this activity, main activity, they have given one logo and Android TV name of the application and one button play. But we haven't added anything functionality to this function. So it's not working. It's just shown as the first fragment. So this is how we can add fragment into the activity. So let's go. So the solution for this code they have given here. You can see this. After that, they have given the summary to us, what we have learned in this. So the fragment is a modular section of activity. It's a part of activity. and fragment has its own life cycle and receive its own input events. So it is not connected to the activities part for life cycle or inputs. Also, we have to use fragment tag to add a fragment into XML file, and we have to add the function that is on create view. And we can I have just shown you that we can add or remove fragment into the activity which is running. So let's go learn more. You can they have given the links if you want to learn more about the fragment. Also, they have given homework. They have given two questions here. You have to find out the correct answer for this. And yes, next code lab. So next code lab is define navigation path. So now we have to define navigations here. So let's see the prerequisites they have given here. Okay, whatever. So we should know fundamentals of Kotlin and basic Android applications and work with layouts. And what we will learn in this track is that how to use navigation graphs. So we will see what is navigation graph, then how to define navigation graphs in our apps, and what is an up button and how to add one. So up button is I have sure there is a back arrow. We will have one back arrow on the action bar. That's called up button. Also, how to create an options menu. So we will create option menu. I have shown you that on the upper right hand side, if I click on three dots, I got the menu on there that is about and rules. That is the option menu. And how to create a navigation drawer. So navigation drawer is the one option menu which comes from the left side, which comes out from the left side. So that is navigation drawer. So we will see that how to create that also. So let's go. So now they have given how our app will look like. How look like after completion after completing this track. So let's go to the first task. So first task is add navigation components to the project. Okay, so now we want to add navigation dependencies. So for that, what we have to do is we have to open Gradle script folder, one which we will have, and we will open the project level build Gradle. So we have two Gradles there. One is project level and another is app level. So I will show you that. And inside that project level Gradle build.gradle, we have to add one text, that is navigation version equal to 2.3.0 inside a ext variable. Ext is external variables. So we will add that into that. And also inside and modular level, that is app level Gradle. Inside we have to add two implementations inside dependencies. One is navigation version and another one is navigation fragment KTX and one navigation UI KTX. So first we will see here we have Gradle script. So inside Gradle script, first one is project level. So they have given here name build.gradle project and a 2S starter. And second one is build Gradle module. Module is app level. They have also given here Android trivia starter dot app. So this is app level. So we will open project level. Inside project level, we have to add inside this ext part. So I will just add here. Copy is navigation version. So navigation version 2.3.0. So we have to use app. We have to open app level build.gradle, and inside dependencies. So here inside these dependencies we have to add two implementations. One is navigation fragment KTX and navigation UI KTX. So I will just this copy paste here, paste. So we have to add Android X dot navigation and navigation fragment KTX, and it has navigation version, and next one is navigation fragment, sorry, navigation UI KTX. So we will just sync it now. So we have option here now, sync now. So it will sync it into the Gradle. The Gradle is building, it is rebuilding the project. So till then we will see what is next steps. So now we have to add navigation graph into our project. So for that we have to right click on resource for res, that is resource force, and we will select new Android resource file, and on that resource file we will select navigation as a resource type. We have resource types. They have menu, multiple resource types like menu, navigation, and other also. So we will click on navigation. We will give name as navigation, and also we will make sure that this right side box, that is chosen qualifiers, is empty, and then we will click on OK. So it will create one navigation.xml file, and we will click on design inside that. So okay, till then let's see. Okay, Gradle has been built. Okay, dependencies has been added. So let's go here on the resource folder. We will right click, new Android resource file. So inside Android resource file, here is the resource types, and if we click on this down button, we will get multiple options here: drawable, font, layout, menu, navigation, transaction, values, XML, and etc. So we will click on navigation. Name is navigation. And also we will make sure that this chosen qualifiers is empty. Okay. So now we have navigation graph here. So inside this, click on design tab. So we are on design tab. Yes, we are on design tab. So that's it. So we will notice that no nav host fragment found here. This message on that level editor. So we will fix that problem in next task. So next task, we will create nav host fragment. So navigation host fragment acts as a host for the fragments in the navigation graph. So we will have one navigation graph and its main host, that is navigation host fragment. So we will it will have usually name as nav host fragment. And as the user moves between the destinations defined in that navigation graph. So what is navigation graph? So navigation graphs will have multiple fragments inside that, and they will like it will create one, so what I will call it a route for all that fragments. So what will happen if I click on this? What will happen if I click on this? Which fragment will open if I click on this button? Which fragment will open if I give wrong answer? All that information, all that part will be given here. So it will show the route of the fragments navigation, fragments navigation. So let's go inside what we have to do. So we will replace the title fragment with the nav host fragment here. So for that we will go into activity main XML file, and in XML file instead of where is that name? So instead of that part where we given title fragment, what we will add Android X navigation fragment nav host, and we will add nav graph also there. So nav graph under and add navigation underscore navigation, and ID we will change ID also. So let's see. So here we have this part inside activity main. Instead of this fragment id title fragment id, we will change it to nav host fragment, right? Nav my nav host fragment. My nav host fragment name will be given to navigation. Sorry, index nav host fragment. So we will change this. Okay. And height width is same, so we have to add nav graph here. Nav app nav graph equal to add navigation, and what we have to add last parameter is equal nav host 2. Okay, app is nav host equal to 2. So yes, we have id, name, width, height, nav graph, and default nav host equal to true. Default nav host equal to true. Okay, so we have created this nav host graph fragment navigation, and we have added it into our main file. So next task. So we will add fragments into this navigation graph. So for that, what we have to do, we have to, they have given one option on the upper menu of the navigation nav host graph fragment, nav host fragment. So that is add destination. We will click on that. So we will get a list of some fragments inside our application. So we will click on fragment underscore title. So we will take that as a first nav host fragment. So it will look like this. It will be here. And if the previous destination button, okay, so we will have attributes here for that. So we will add attributes also there for them. Yeah, and destination button to add the game fragment. Okay, first select fragment title. You add fragment title first because the fragment title is where app users start when they open the button, and use the new destination button. Okay, use okay, this part. Use the new destination button to add game fragment. Okay, fine. If the previous destination button is added, so we will add game fragment includes tools layout fragment game. Here on this navigation XML file, we have the destination button here. So I will click on that. We will get multiple fragments here. So we went fragment title. So yeah, we have fragment title here. So it will have ID title fragment same. Now next we will add game fragment here. So we will add this game fragment. So it is showing that preview unavailable. So we will go inside code game fragment, and tools layout underscore fragment game. So title this fragment, second fragment, we don't have that tools layout, so we have to add that tools layout underscore fragment game. Okay, we have added layout, so we can see now it's loading. So yes, we have game fragment preview also here. So next, so now we have to connect these fragments. So for that, what we have to do is we will hold the pointer on the title fragment. The circular connection point appears. I will show you that, and we will drag it to anywhere inside gram fragment. An action is created that connects two fragments. To see the actions attributes, click on, okay, we will click on that arrow, and inside attributes plan, check that actions ID is set to, yeah, okay. Now we have to add click handler to that play button. Okay, okay, fine. So now what we have to do, this is our first, this is first fragment, and this is second fragment. So now we have to go from first fragment to next. So what we have to do, we have to click on this circle here, and we will take it to the next fragment. So anywhere here it will show blue rectangle, outside rectangle on that fragment. So now we have the connection here. So if I click on this connection here, I can see ID of this. So ID is action underscore title fragment. That is first fragment underscore two underscore game fragment. That is destination fragment. So this is the ID for this link here. They have shown here action underscore title fragment underscore two underscore game fragment. So now we have to add listener to that play button or shown on the title fragment. So what we will go inside main activity, and we will add a listener, click listener on that button, and inside that listener what we will do is we will add one find, we have to add this code that view dot find nav controller, and we have to navigate, and what we have to navigate is r dot id dot action and name id, which name that link we have given, that is action to title fragment to game fragment. So we will add that part. So let's go inside main activity. Okay, main activity, yeah. So what we have to do is binding dot is oh, sorry, not inside main activity. It's a part of title fragment. So we have to go to title fragment. Sorry, not this part. My mistake. Sorry. So we have to go to this title fragment. Here it's they have given part. So on create review, we will add listener. On create review method. Returning anything, we will add binding dot play button dot set on click listener. Inside this click listener, what we have to do is click dot what they have done in the controller, find nav controller dot navigate, and we have to give the ID of that connection, that is r dot id dot action fragment to game fragment, title fragment to game fragment. So we have given the action here. So what is next part? We will have to import nav controller. They have already automatically imported that nav controller here. So now we don't need that. Now we will run this application. Okay. So let's run this application. Yes, it has launched our application. So now if I click on this play button, so I have gone to the next fragment, that is game fragment here. So this is how navigation graph works. We will have we can inside navigation graph we can go from one navigation to the next navigation under single activity. So yes, okay. So we will take now a break of 10 minutes. First, tell me, guys, do you want to break or not? Just type in chat box. And I will give just 5 minutes break. After that, we will start. Yeah, welcome back, guys. So let's start with next part, next task. So yes, next task is to add conditional navigation. So now we have to add conditional navigation. So conditional navigation is for that the game one fragment. We will add game one fragment and game over fragment. So if we give any answer wrong out of three, we will be navigated to the game over fragment. And if we give all three answers correct, it will navigate us to the game one fragment. So this is the condition we have to use. So for that, we will add both fragments, game one fragment and game over fragment into navigation graph. And what we will do, we will place them on the right side of the game fragment, game fragment. And we will add a link to them, just shown that like that. So we will add two links to them, and then we will go inside a code part. So before that, we will complete this. So inside navigation part, we will add two fragments, game over fragment. So yeah, okay. Okay, game one fragment, game over fragment, and game one fragment. So let's connect them with game fragment. So game fragment is now connected to game one fragment. So we have ID as action game fragment to game one fragment, and next connection we have action game fragment to game over fragment. So, okay, now let's go to let's go inside our coding part. So for that what we have to do, we have to open game fragment file, Kotlin file of game fragment, and inside on create view we will add if else part. We have if else part. They have already given us if else part, and inside if else part they have given inside two else parts where they have given us one comment part, that is we want navigate to game one fragment, and game over wrong answer ends us to the game over fragment. So here we have to navigate those two. So let's go. We will add them. So here, what we have to do, we have to open Kotlin file of game fragment. So Kotlin file of game fragment. Yes, they have already given us this code to. This code is for the questions. So we have like 10 questions. So they are randomly putting these questions, three questions set, and if we give correct answers, it will be showing next question. That first question is correct, then it will show second question. All and the logic of that they have already provided us here. And here inside this on create view method, we have to go inside this set on click listener, submit buttons set on click listener. Inside that we have this if else part here, this part. So if we have correct answer, this is the logic for if we have correct answer here, answer under correct answer. And so here it is in this code, it is comparing the answer we have selected is correct or not. So answer we have selected is correct with current question or not, and it will increase the question index. So we have given the num question as 3. So num question minimum out of question size. What is question size is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 by 2 is 5. 5.5 and 3. So minimum is 3. So we have 3 minimum questions here. So we will have 3 questions. So it's checking if the question index is less than question number or not. So question numbers that is 3. So question index starts from 0, 0, 1, 2. So if it goes to the 3, it will show us here. This part is for we won, and if question number is 3, that is this is wrong. So it will go inside this else part. So we will be won. We have been won, and if not, this is not correct here, then it will go here, that is game over. So let's just add here. What we have to add, we have to add is it, sorry, view dot and now controller dot navigate. So what we have to navigate, r dot id dot action. So here we have one, so we have to go to the game one fragment. So game fragment to game one fragment. So we have added this navigation method there, and here we have to add view dot and nav controller dot navigate and id of connection, that is fragment game fragment to game over fragment. We have added them, right? So if we uh, build this application, so here now, if I click on this play button, I will be navigated to game part. So here first question is what do you use? So for layout for data binding, so submit correct answer. So here I will click on incorrect answer. If I click this is incorrect answer, so I have navigated to the game over fragment. So try again. So we haven't added a function to this try again. So if you see in the left bottom corner, we have back button here. So if I click on this back button, I will be navigated to the question screen. So they have navigated us to the question screen, but we don't ideally what is the back button situation. If I click on this back button, I should be directed to the title fragment where we will click on play button, and it will start this game fragment. So we will see how to change the destination of back button in the next task. And also if I give three correct answers, so you can say this is the first question out of three. So I will just yes, yes, and yes, congratulations, I have given all the answers correctly, so it has navigated to the game one fragment. Congratulations, next match. So okay. So we will see how to add that destination part on the back button. So let's start that task. So this is the back button I just told you. So for that, the navigation sections have pop behavior here. So pop up to pop it like a stack. They have stack, and we will pop. Yeah, if we go to the next fragment, that fragment will be pushed into that stack, and we can pop that fragments from there also. So we have methods here. Pop up to inclusive. So if pop up to we if we use this function, so what it will do, it will destinations removed from the back stack, the stack I just told you. So pop up to they have the attribute pop up to inclusive. So if this attribute is false, what it will do, it will remove destinations up to the specified destinations, but leaves the specified destination in the back stack. It will leave that destination into that stack. But if we set it as true, so it will what it will do, it will remove that destination also from the stack. So this is the parameter for that. And next is true, and pop up to is set to application starting location. The action removes all the destination part. Okay. So now what we will do on that part. On that where what we have to go, we have to open navigation XML file, and in the res folder, navigation graph does not appear on the layout editor. Select the action from navigating from game fragment to the game over fragment. So it will take the action which is goes from game fragment to game over fragment, and inside that actions attributes panel, what we will do, we will set pop up to the game fragment and pop up to inclusive as true. So navigation XML file here, game over fragment, I have click on this action bar from game fragment to game over fragment. Inside this attributes pane, we have pop behavior here. So pop up to game fragment and pop up to inclusive true. Same for this part, congratulations part also. Pop up to game fragment and true. So for both we have completed that. So what it will do when what it does, I will show you. When this action is taken place, that it is goes from game fragment to game over fragment. What it will do, they have the fragments inside that stack. It will pop that fragments from that till game fragment. So when I goes from this game fragment to game over fragment, it will pop this game fragment and the game one fragment and game fragment from that stack. So if I click on back button, it will direct me to this title fragment, because that stack will not have these two fragments there. So it will take us to this title fragment. So that's it, they have given there. So next what we will do, we will add, if we click on this try again, we have to be navigated to the game fragments. So we will add action from game over fragment to game fragment, and on that part what we will do, we will pop up to title fragment, this title fragment, but we will not include that title fragment into the pop behavior. So it will we will make sure that is false. Same for this, if congratulations, if we click on this next match, we should be navigated to this game fragment, and for that pop behavior we will do the same. We will pop up to title fragment, but it will be exclusive. And we will add listeners on both the buttons. So we will go to the Kotlin file of game over fragment, and we will add set listener to this try again button, as well as we will go to this game on fragment Kotlin file, and we will add set we will add listener button listener on this next match button. And what we will do, we will navigate, we will use navigate function there to navigate and add id of this two action bars to there. So this is what we have to do. So wait, I will just so what we have to do, we have to add action from game on fragment, sorry, game on fragment to game fragment action. So we have id, that is action game on fragment to game fragment. On pop behavior, what we will do, we will go to title fragment, but we will not pop that title fragment from there. Same for game over fragment. We have added action bar here, and pop up to title fragment, but it will be exclusive. Yeah, okay. Now what we have to do, we have to go to these Kotlin files of these two fragments, that is game over fragment, game one fragment. Yeah, we will not require this, so I will just clear that. Okay, so on game one fragment, we have to add button click listener on next match button. So binding dot next match button dot click on click listener, and we dot find nav controller dot navigate, and navigation's id is id dot action game fragment to game fragment. This is game one fragment, so we will add game one fragment to game fragment here. Same for game over fragment. Here we'll add listener first, binding dot again button dot second click listener. The view will have name, that is it dot find nav controller dot navigate r dot id dot action game over fragment to game fragment. So we have added this. So I will just run this application. We will see the part there. So that's it on this task they have given. So we will run that app and we will see the output. It has installed application here. Yes, Android Trivia. So I will click on play button. Now I will give wrong answer. So I have navigated to the game over application. So if I click on back button, I will be navigated to the first. That is, this is title fragment. So we don't get that game fragment bit in between here. We will be directed to the redirected to the direct this first page, that is title fragment. So I will just start play. Submit again, wrong answer. If I click now, if I click on try again, I will be navigated to the game fragment here. I haven't navigated to the title fragment. This is game fragment. So this is, now I will give right answer, submit on create view and constant layout. So now we are on the concrete game one fragment. So if I click on next match, I will be again redirected to the game fragment here. So this is conditional navigation part. How conditional navigation work here? Okay. So next part, what we will do, we will add up button. So let's see what is up button. So mostly all the applications have one three dots on the upper right side of the app bar. So that is option menu. So we will see how to add it on the next how to add it in the next task. Also the action bar, upper green part, this is the action bar, and we will have three buttons here, right here, and the action Android Trivia 1 underscore 3. This is the title of that action bar, and the one back button given on this action bar, and it's called up button. So this is the up button. So let's see how to add this up button. So that is support for this up button. So what we will do, we will go to main activities Kotlin file, and inside that on create method, we will find navigation controller object there. So for that we will create one val there, nav controller, and we will take this find nav controller, and the nav controller's name, our nav controller's name is my nav host fragment. So we will pass that argument there. So it will have the reference of that navigation controller, and then what we will do, we will add action bar with nav controller, and we will pass that controller, navigation controller there. So let's go there. Now, and after that, on create method, we will override on support navigate up this method, and we will call navigate up inside that navigation controller. So what we have to do, we have to override function name on support navigate up, which is return type is boolean, and inside that we will create variable nav controller, and what we will do, we will call this method find nav controller and provide uh, nav controller parameter, and we will return that navigate up function here. So it will what it will return is boolean, true or false. So let's just go nav controller main activity here inside create function. But we have val now equal to is dot is dot now controller, and id is r dot id my host fragment, and what we will do is navigation UI. Okay, and navigation UI dot set up action bar with nav controller, nav controller, and we will pass first, we will pass this activity. So for that we will pass this parameter, and now we have to pass nav controller, so we will just pass this nav controller. Now after that, on create a function, we have to override function, we have override function name, this function name on support navigate. On support navigate. Navigate. So we will not call this part. Before that, we will create now controller same is dot find now controller r dot id dot and now host fragment, and now we will return is now controller dot navigate up. So what it will do, it will add a button on our screen here. So that's it. This is how we will add back button here. So now let's go to, we will add now option menu. So that three dots, that is called option menu. So for that, what we will do, we will go inside this nav host fragment here, and we will add new destination, new destinations, and we will add two fragments, about fragment and also what is that, next one is rules fragment, right? So I will do both at the same time. They have just given us only the ab- about fragment. So navigation XML, add new part, about fragment. So just put it here. Next is rule fragment. Yeah. So we will see the ID is about fragment. Correct? Yes, about fragment. And for rules fragment ID is rules fragment. Okay, good. So now what we will do, we will add, we will go to that option menu resource. I have shown you new Android resource file, and we will select resource type as menu, and we will create menu and give option. We will give name as options underscore menu. Now we will go to that XML file of options menu, and inside that we will add menu items on that editor. So if we add menu items, it will give us item 1, item 2. So we will click on that item, and we will give ID same as the fragment where we want to navigate. So for about button, for about option, we have to navigate to about fragment. So we will give same ID. Otherwise, you will have to do work for that also. So to avoid that extra work, there is a shortcut here. We have to add same name as the fragment here, and we will add a listener there. So before listener, I will just show you what we have to do. I will click on this resource file, new resource file, and that is Android resource file. So resource type is menu, name is options underscore menu. We as you can see, we already have winner menu here. So we will but we don't need that right now. So we will go to this options menu here. So here in this palette we have like 6 options here. So I will just drag this menu item on this editor here. So we have one item here, and also we will require another item. Yes, first item, attributes. Title is about, string about, named. So we have to add name to this. So how to add name there inside item ID. Yes, common attributes ID. ID should be same as the fragment. So we will add about fragment ID here. So that's it for first option menu. Second option menu, title will be at string rules. Where is rules? Rules. And ID is rules fragment, right? Yes, rules fragment. So we will just check these IDs. Rules fragment. We have rules fragment. Yes, it is same. About fragment. About fragment. This is rule fragment, correct? About fragment. Okay. So okay, we have 2 option menus here, menu items. So now what we will do, we will add handlers to them now. So what we will go inside title fragment here, title fragments Kotlin file, and inside that before return code, we will add set has options menu there. and has options, and after that we will create a function over, we will override the function names on create options menu, and we will inflate that option menu there, and then we will create a we will again override one function named on options item selected. So if the and it will have it, you can see here the it has a parameter menu item. So the selected item, it is passed in this function here. So let's go. And first what we have to do inside a title fragment. So title fragment, where is title fragment? Yes, title fragment. So inside a title fragment, before returning this binding root, what we have to do is set has options menu. So set has options menu, and after this on create function, we have to override function named on options on create options menu. Create options menu, and what we will do, we will inflate. So now what we have to do, inflator dot inflate, and inside that first we have to pass menu. So r dot id dot, sorry, not r dot, what is it, r dot menu dot, r dot menu dot options menu, and comma and we will pass menu here. So this is parameter from this function menu. Now we have to override next function, override function, and that is on options selected, on options item selected. Right. So now we have to return. So here what we will do, return navigation UI dot on navigation destination selected. Yes, so we have to add the or part here before this super, calling this super function. So navigation dot UI on navigation destination selected item require view and find nav controller. So let's go here. So you want navigation UI dot now destination. I'm required to import this navigation UI. Navigation UI, sorry. Navigation UI dot on now destination selected. First we have passed item, so that item is same, I guess, and nav controller. Next is nav controller. For that, require view dot find nav controller. That's it. Let's just run this application. application has opened. So we have now here option menu here on right side. So if I click on that, I will get about and rules here also. So if I click on about, so you can see now the title fragment was the host fragment. So it don't have a button, but whenever I go on this, I will change. Whenever I will change fragment, it a button will appear on the action bar. So now this is about fragment. So if I click on this up button, I will be navigated to the host fragment. That is fragment title fragment. Also, if I click on this rules, I will be navigated to the rules fragment here. So this is how we can add options menu. Now we will see how to add navigation drawer. Let's go how to add navigation bar. This is the last task. So what is navigation bar? You can see this diagram. So this is the part which comes out from the left side of the screen. That is navigation bar. So our navigation bar will look like this. The second one here. So for that, what we have to do, we have to add a dependency inside what is app level gradle. So what we have to add, implementation com.google.android material, and material is version. Copy. We have to sync that. Let's sync that part first. Dependencies, paste. Gradle is building. Till then, we will see. Okay, so we will make sure that every destination fragment will have ID there. Okay, open fragment rules XML. The about fragment already has ID in the navigation graph, but the rules fragment does not. So add it. Okay. Okay, we will add this fragment there. Now what we will do, we will again create one menu, and this time the name will be menu will be nav drawer menu, and we will do the same here. We will add two buttons there, and the buttons ID will be rule fragment and about fragment. Title icon same. We will do this same as previous. So first I will go over here. So the Gradle has been built. Now what I have to do is first I will confirm that my about fragment and rule fragment has IDs. Correct, they have IDs. Now let's go create new Android resource file. Resource type is menu. Now drawer menu. Now drawer menu item, first item, about, font is about, right, about. ID is about fragment. Next icon, add drawable is about, right. Next one, IDs, tools, fragment, add string, tools, and it is add drawable tools. Okay, we have created now drawer menu here now. So let's see what next we have to do. So here on main activity XML file, we will wrap linear layout inside a drawer layout. So we have to add a tag of drawer layout on linear layout part. So and we will add length and height and ID there also. So let's go drawer layout. And after that, what we have to do is now add the drawer on the navigation view that uses nav drawer. Okay, so before inside drawer layer before linear layout, we have to add navigation view there. Okay, fine. So let's go to activity main.xml. Here we have this split, right? Okay, so no split, and what we will do is drawer layout, match parent, paste, and we will add ID also. ID drawer layout. We have added after that inside drawer layout before linear layout we have to add an navigation view, and which is width is match parent. Okay. Content match parent ID will be nav view, gravity will be start, header layout will be nav header. Okay, and menu. What we will add is gravity. What is that layout gravity? Layout gravity. Android. Android layout underscore gravity equal to that. So you can see now this part is one on the start, that is left side. Now next is header layout and menu. Okay, header layout at layout nav header and last is menu and that is nav drawer menu. And ID also. So ID is nav view. Nav view, right? Yes. Now what we have to do, we have to display this navigation drawer. So for that, what we have to do, we have to open Kotlin file of main activity, and inside on create method we will call setup with nav controller method. So what is that? Navigation UI dot setup nav setup with nav controller, and we will pass binding dot nav view, navigation view, and nav controller there. Post. So yeah, we will get that. Okay, so here inside on create method, navigation UI dot setup with nav controller is setup with nav controller, and we have to pass is nav view and nav controller. Binding what nav view, that is navigation view, and nav controller here. I run this program, I will get that drawer menu. And just see, but the buttons inside that drawer menu will not be performable because we haven't added functionalities on that buttons or submenus. So now if I swipe from left to right on the screen, I will get this drawer menu, and it will have two menu items, about and rules. So they don't have any functionalities. So this is just swiping. So if I swipe from left to right, I will get this drawer. But also there is one another option, that is we can add three buttons on the action bar. So let's see how to add that action bar there. So let's go. So we will add one variable, let init variable, drawer layout, and then before inside the class, before any function. So okay, and then inside on create method, we will initialize this drawer layout for file drawer layout variable. Then what we will do is we will add one method on that navigation.ui setup action bar with nav controller action bar. The first one was setup nav controller. Here is setup action bar with nav controller. Okay. Then after this method, we will override one function, this on support navigate up function. So okay. First, what we have to do is let it where our layout on create inside on create. Okay, let's go and add here. Now the layout equal to binding dot drawer layout, and now navigate UI dot set up action bar with nav controller. Inside this nav controller, we have to pass this and drawer layout. So we have to pass three parameters: this nav controller and drawer layout. Okay. Nav controller and drawer layout. After this, we have to override function name on support navigate up. On support navigate up. Okay, so here nav controller, and inside navigate up we will pass nav controller and drawer layout. Nav controller and drawer layout. Navigate UI, navigate up, nav controller and drawer layout. Okay, let's run this application. It will work fine. So now we have two option menus. On the left we have drawer menu, yes, about, and here about. So that's it. That's about this was the last task. So they have, okay, okay, stop sharing that. Yes, okay. So they have given the solution of this code on this link. You can go there. They have given summary of this complete what is track, summary of this track, all the. And next is, if you want to learn more, they have provided some links here of document and developer documentation and material design documentation. You can go here and learn more. Homework, they have given some homework here and also given some questions, so you can find out answers, correct answers of these questions later on. We will go to next. So next, start activity. Okay, life cycles and logins. Before that, so this is theory part here. After that, app overview. So here what we will do is we are adding sharing part here, so we can share our score to another application. So that setup we are going to do here. So for that, first what we will do is we will use a safeguard. We will set up this safe arcs plugin. So what is safe arcs? So it will have key value pair bundle. It will have instance of bundle class. So bundles have key value pairs, key and values. So let's go. What we will do is first we will go to project level Gradle, and we will add dependency class path name. Copy project level dependencies here. Also, at the top of the file, at app level Gradle, at the top of the file, we have to add apply plugin. Apply plugin. Apply. Now we will go to game one fragment. So navigation, add a navigation nav direction class to the game fragment. So we will add that. So open game fragment Kotlin inside on create view. We will pass nav controller navigate, and what we will do, action game. Replace the action ID for the game one state with an ID that uses action game fragment to game one fragment. Okay, method. So game fragment here. So inside on create, yes, here. Inside v1, at that locate in game one conditional statement v1, change the parameter that passed into navigate. We have to change the parameters game fragment directions. Okay, fragment directions. We don't, I think so, we don't have that. So here, game fragment directions. First, we will have to build this. We'll just build this. So if we build this path, generate inside generator. So let it build this function first. So build this app first, and I will show you some changes here. Okay, now in it has built. So inside Java generated, we will get one additional folder here. So it has now classes, game fraction directions, game over fraction directions, fragment directions, game one fragment directions, and title fragment directions. So now what we have to do, inside this v1, with the id we have passed, instead of that we have to change these parameters. So for that what we have to do is game fragment directions dot. Now we have two two methods here: action game fragment to game over fragment and game fragment to game one fragment. So we need game one fragment here. Likewise here, inside navigate with the game fragment directions dot game over fragment. Yes. Just like this, we can change all other navigates also. So I will just close those. So inside here, did I have? Yes, here title fragment to game fragment. So what is this? Title fragment directions dot. Okay. And game over. Inside game over, game over fragment directions. Game over fragment directions dot action game over fragment to game fragment. And for also game one also. So game one fragment directions dot game one fragment directions to game fragment. That's it. Okay. So now game fragment inside game fragment here. So what we can do is now is it will run like same before. So now we have to pass arguments from one fragment to next fragment. So let's say how to do that. So for that, what we will do, we will add arguments inside game one fragment. So we will open navigation XML file, and inside that we will select game one fragment, and in the attributes pane, inside arguments, we will give name and type there. So let's go. I will show you navigation game one fragments, right? Yes, game one fragments arguments. We have to add argument. Argument name is what is num questions. Num questions. Type is integer. Yeah, and nothing. Add. Also, we have to add next one, that is num correct. So I know we have one, so all are three. It should be three. And we have two arguments, num questions and num correct. So if you try to build an app now, we will get. So if we now, okay. So if we try to build this application, build, we will get errors here. Those errors will be like no value passed for parameter num questions and num correct. Yes, got the error. No values passed of for parameter num questions and num correct. So what we have to do is inside a game fragment here, the method we have called action game fragment to game one fragment, we have to pass two integers, num question and question index. So let's go where here. Here is first one is num questions and second one is question index. Now it will run smoothly. So now what I will do, I will open game one fragment, and inside that game one fragments, inside on create view, what before the return statement, what we will do, we will create one variable args, and we will take bundle from there. Inside from bundle we will take require arguments, and we will just toast one part there. So there we have to go game one fragment. Inside this before return, yes, so toast we have to import toast. Okay, so it will toast correct and num correct and num questions there. So also with that, what we will do is we will replace fragment classes with we have done this. We have replaced all those. So this is how to pass arguments from one fragment to next fragment in navigation graph. So now we want to share our results. So for that, what we will do is we will add option menu inside game one fragment. So we will set has options menu true, and after on create function we will create one it has one actually method already given, share get share intent there. So we don't, okay, so let's go there. So we'll let before that game one, inside game one we have to set has set has options menu, yeah, set has options menu true. After that, what we have to do is we have to create this private function. I will just copy paste here. So intent, intent. So the intent is like it will create one intent and it will pass from it will share this intent from one application to another application. So they have given the information about that here. Now what we will do is we will create one private function that is share access, and inside that we will call this activity get share intent. Okay, so get function and we will call activity and pass share get share intent. And now we have to add a menu item dynamically on game over fragment. So for that, what we will do, we will override function on create options menu, and inside that we will create option. We will create option on the action bar there. So it will inflate winner menu. So winner menu is as earlier I have told you that it is predefined or pre-default given menu, and inside that what they have given is they have given id as this is predefined id r.id as share. So it will have share symbol in on that option menu. I will just copy paste this, copy, paste, and so if we click on that from ID, so if it is share dot ID dot share r dot ID dot share, it will call share success method, that is this. So let's add this function. This function is on options item selected. So now if I run this, we'll share phone screen here. It has build here. So play. What is drawable vector? Try again. Okay. Nav controller, gradle, and on create view. So on game one fragment, I have one option on the right side that is share symbol. So if I click on that, I will get a new option. So share with WhatsApp, Instagram, Slack, and anything. So what I will do, I will just Gmail. I will use Gmail. So I want to share on Gmail. So what's we have predefined text there. So let's see what's that text there. So yes, they have given the text that I mastered hashtag curiosity Android trivia with 3/3 correct questions. So this is how you can share intent from one application to another application. So that was the last part. Now they have given the solution code here, the summary of this track, uh, links for learning more, homework. They have given homework. They have given 3 questions. So try to find out the answers for these questions. And okay, so it's fine. Okay, I will just close this. Okay, that's it. So all 3 tracks I have completed the tracks. So like this pathway is complete. So, yes, you will take this quiz to complete this track. So complete that quiz. So okay, so fourth part is completed. That was pretty interesting. Navigation, how to do navigation inside Android apps. So pathway four is completed. So let's start with pathway 5. I will just give a brief information about how life cycle works of activity and fragments here. So each activity and fragment have life cycle. So what is life cycle? I will just give you a brief. They have given information. So life cycle is like we have one. What is butterfly, one butterfly. So what is the life cycle of that butterfly is okay, so we need this right. Okay, before that I will just show. So we have butterfly life cycle here. So first it's egg, then it the next part is this. After that I don't know what is this. And after this part it is converted into butterfly. And the last part, so this is the life cycle of butterfly. Same we have life cycles for activity also, and activity and fragments also. So I will show you, this is the activities life cycle. So activity is first initialized. After initialization, activity has created, and after created, it has started, and after the started, it has resumed. After resumed, you can again you can go to the started. On after started, you can again go to the resume, and again you can come to the started. And after started, you can on below we have created, and after created, the activity will be destroyed. So this is the life cycle. And here the initialization and destroy will be taken only once in the complete activities life cycle. So they have given here. So after initialization, After initialization, on create method is called to create that activity, and after creating that activity, on start or on restart functions are called to start that activity, and after started that activity, on resume function is called to resume that activity. After resuming that activity, if we want to pause that activity, we have function that on pause. So if we call this on pause function, the activity will be gone to the started stage from resume stage. So, and after started, you can again call function on resume and go to the activity. We can resume that activity. So, and if we want to stop that activity after pausing that activity, we can call this function on stop. So, on stop function will go to the stage of created activity created. And if we want to completely destroy that activity, we have to call function name on destroy. So, activity will be destroyed. So here also they have given. So when the activity has been started, that activity is visible on the screen. So if activity is started or resumed, that activity is visible. And if the activity is resumed, then that activity has a focus. So, what's the difference between activity is visible and activity has focus? So, in the previous example, I shown you that when I clicked on that share symbol, one activity popped up from the bottom, but the game one fragment was in the background. So their activity was visible. Game one fragment, that activity was visible, but it don't have focus. It doesn't has focus. The focus was on that share content activity. So that's the difference between activity is visible and activity has focus. Just like activities life cycle, fragments also has a life cycle, but the fragments have some different functions. That is, it has on create or on attach function instead of only on create. Instead of on start and on restart, they have on start or on view created or on create view methods. On resume is same, on pause is same. On stop, instead of only on stop, it has on stop and on destroy view functions. And on instead of only on destroy, it has on destroy and on detach functions or methods there. So both are quite similar. The life cycles, activity and fragments life cycles are quite similar. Same has fragment is visible and fragment has focus. That part is also same. So we will examine this part. So for that, we have to download one application. So that application. So if you download that complete folder they have provided, you will get that application there also. But I have uploaded on my GitHub repository also. Desert click, copy here. This is desert click, copy inside here. So study gems. I will git bash here. Git bash. it has been cloned. Very nice. So open existing project, and here we will have desert click starter. Okay, let them build that Gradle there. So we will examine this on create method, and we will add log. So logging is a part where we can test the part has been that code has been performed, executed or not. We can change that on logging also. So what we will do inside on create function, that is this on create function, after initializing the activity before creating it, the on create function is called. So inside that on create, what we will do, we will print on, we will logging, that is printing on the logcat. So for that, what we will do, log.I, main task, main activity, and the string which is like information given, that is on create is called. Copy. That's really. So on the bottom part here, okay, let them finish the Gradle. So we will have the logcat function on the bottom part. So if we go on logcat, and if on the logcat, we will get numerous infinite login information continuously coming from the phone on this logcat. So what we will do, we will like sort, we have given that main activity, we have given first tag as main activity, right? Where is that? Yes, here main activity. So what we will do, we will filter out. So we will I/main activity. So we will get that on create function. So on creating the function, first function, it will logging, that is it will put text on the logcat, that is I main activity on create called. Just like that, we can implement on start method. We will have to override this on start, and we can override that by clicking on control plus O. We will get override members. From that, we will find out on start method, and inside that we will put this log.im activity main on start call. Same for all other. So let's see here. Still building. Okay. Okay, that part I will show you. Let them build the Gradle. Okay. After that, for logging, instead of using a normal log class, the this Android Studio has a Timber class, Timber library. So what are the benefits are that it generates log tag for you based on the class name. So now if I timber from main activity, so it will have a class name as main activity, which we have provided here. Here we have provided this class name main activity. Instead of that timber, it will automatically provide that class name. That then it helps to avoid showing logs in release version of your Android app, and also it allows to integrate with crash report libraries. So Timber has some advantages, and these three are their advantages over log class. So how to add this Timber is inside a project. Okay, this is app. This is project level. Inside project level Gradle, we have to add dependency of Timber. and we will sync the, after adding this dependency, we will sync the program. And after that, it has created its class, and it has initialized timber, so we can use that. So for that what we have to do, we will create one application called like desert clicker application. So we will create a class clicker application. So for that what we have to do is create new Kotlin file, name will be clicker application, and for that clicker application class we will implement it from the application. So application is a like parent class, it is inbuilt class, it is specified into Android manifest, but we have application is pre-built specified into Android manifest, and if we use another we have to specify that in Android manifest. So what we will do is we will create one class, a clicker application, and we will inherit it from the application class. And inside that we have to initialize the timber library. For that what we have to do is like timber.plant, and inside that timber.debug tree, and inside Android manifest we have to provide this application, that instead of application we are going to use a clicker application. So for that inside Android name pre predefined, they have given application name. Instead of that we have to give clicker application. And now the timber library is ready to use. So instead of using log.i, we can use timber.i, and we can pass the string which we want to put on the logcat. So after taking this the timber, what you can do is you can override all the functions, that is on resume, on pause, on stop, on destroy, on restart, on create, on start, on restart, all that, on stop. Okay, all these functions you will override these functions, and we will you will put a log inside each function, and we will build that application onto our emulator or physical device, and we will see the logcat here. So what it will show you is they have given here example is, first it will call on create function, on create method, after that on start, and after that on resume. So after on resume the activity is on focus on the screen. So that's right, on create, on start, on resume. And if we press menu button, so if we come to the menu, so what it will do, it will not destroy that activity, it will be in the background. So what it will do, it will call on pause function and on stop function, because activity is not visible, we have our home page as visible, so these two will be called. So let's why it's taking so much time to build Gradle, I don't know. So let's you will implement this part on your application. I will just give you information about this. So here they have given that on create to create the app, on start to start it and make it visible on the screen, and resume is to give that activity focus so user can interact with it. So if we don't want to give focus, we can call on pause method. Also, if we don't want this activity visible on the screen, we can call onStop function, onStop method. So this is life cycle. So you can explore this life cycle by pressing home button. You can go to that current application. So first it will say on create, on start, and on resume functions. After clicking home button, what it will do after completely setting the application, what it will do, it will call on pause, on stop, and after that on destroy functions. So likewise, if you press home button, it will just give. If you again start that application, it's okay. We have stopped that application. So if we again start that application, it will again call on create, after that on start, and after that on resume. So you can go through this all the parts. You can switch the applications and see what is showing on the locket and all that part. So that's it to explore the life cycle. So after that, they have fragment. Just like activities, fragments life cycle is also quite similar. It has some extra functions. So you can also, inside of one fragment, what you can do, you can override all the functions on attach, on create, on view created, all that functions you can override them, and you can check on the logcat how it is performing, how's the life cycle of the fragment. So that's here. So solution code, they have given the solution code on this link. Summary of the life cycles given here, and learn more. So done. Okay, and this is the last part. So here what they have modified, they have added one lifecycle library here. So we will use, they have used here Android Debug Bridge, so ADB. So what they have given here is, suppose if our application. So what happens uh, if one application is taken to the background, it's running in the background, and we are using another application, and if that application is using too much space and RAM, so the Android's OS preferences, the application which is on focus, it should be run smoothly without any lags or anything. So if it needs any space, what it will do, it will destroy other applications which are in the background. So the application which is in foreground will run smoothly. At that time, what happens if we have some data we require, that will be lost because the Android OS has automatically destroyed that application. So at that time, there is a one function called onSave instance state. So if we put the application in the background, at that time that function, or that is override function, will be called, and it will save the data into the bundle. And after again restarting that application, it will check whether any save instance state is there present or not. If it is present, it will fetch that data which is saved, and it will run that part again. So the data will not be lost in this situation. So such that the save instance state function works that has been given in this task. So you will come. This is the small task. It will not take yours so much time. So you can complete this on your own. It's like homework from me to you. So that's it in this part, and after that, you will take a quiz of these life cycles, activity and fragments life cycles. And here are pathway 5, that is life cycles of activity and fragment is completed. So today's session is completed, but I have some instructions to you guys. So we have 25, we have to complete this track till 25th January to earn all the badges. So you have total 10 badges. Till now I have taken 5 badges. So now you have like 1 month to earn another 5 badges. So thank you guys for attending these sessions, and I enjoyed working with you, and I hope you all will all complete these all 2 tracks and will earn all the 10 badges. So we have Android Study Jams WhatsApp group. So if you have any doubt regarding anything, you can just post your doubt on that groups. I will solve them, or any DC member will solve them. Also, you can directly DM me, or we can, if you want another session on another track, another batch, we can take that. Or if you have any doubts, we can take meet and I will solve your doubts. So feel free to ask doubts on the WhatsApp groups. That's it from my side. So we will conclude our this last session of Android Study Jams here, and wish you all the best to complete this track. Thank you so much. Yes, yes.